Welcome back to the bubble, ladies and gentlemen, and our Ar-Âdunâim campaign, where we are kicking off episode number 28. In the last episode, we didn't conquer any more territory, but we did fight a couple of battles against Gondorian armies down here in the just below Minas Tirith. And we also defended Sturlurza Khan over here against a Khandish army. We see a lot of devastation around here, hurting our economy. One thing that kind of messes me up a little bit is that Harad sent a full stack into my territory. And I don't believe that we actually have. Relations are perfect, reputation untrustworthy. We don't have a military access agreement with them. I don't think. Either way, they are marching through my lands, and I would hope that they are busy enough fighting Khand. If we look at the rankings, just to compare them a little bit, we can see that both of them are diving a little bit, but Harad is a much stronger overall, stronger when it comes to military, production is pretty even, territories, Harad is also stronger, so Harad should absolutely get out on top there. The problem for me is going to be very similar to when I played the Lothlorien campaign, that if Harad kind of runs out of enemies around here, if they, let's say, wipe out Khand, then I would absolutely think that they could turn and attack me, which goes against the entire storyline that I've been building up during this series, that I work with Mordor's allies, and I am super allied and loyal to Mordor, etc., etc. And all of that might go to shit if Harad decides to stab me in the back. But we do have armies around here, mostly just to block against Khand. But I'm going to try to not get as many new recruits down here, I guess. But rather save my money a little bit there, and also save my reinforcement or replenishment. I do still have a bunch of very interesting troops. Parasim Swordmasters are going to be a lot of fun, that I would like to send to the front lines. And as long as Harad is our ally, depending on what this army decides to do, then we really shouldn't have to worry. So I'm just going to trust them, although they are untrustworthy. This episode is probably going to be a bit longer, because I would really like to put a couple of nails in the Gondorian coffin today. We keep sieging Cirith EUR, we keep sieging Eastern Osgiliath for 6 more turns, Carandros for 5 more turns. I would actually like to see... Yeah, of course you get a shit ton of Gondorian defenders, so I would rather have a sally out than attacking them, actually. So pull back, keep the siege, and also let's just get a couple more siege equipment. Why not? Because we're gonna be here for quite some time, unless we absolutely need the troops. Then I'm just gonna hammer through, I guess. But both of them are led by captains, so they don't really have a morale bonus that we would need, or that we would really like, because I've noticed that our troops tend to break quite easily, especially against the gosh darn Talonites. But what we're going to do today is, of course, hopefully wipe out as much as possible out of Gondor, so we can focus on our goal, which is getting the ring. When it comes to that, I basically have two options. Either hammer through all of Eriador, basically, all the way up to Hobbiton, and hope that the ring just stays there. Or my generals are have horses, they are beridden, they are cavalry units. So I can get a full stack of cavalry, and then just not declare war on Bree until I basically attack Hobbiton, and then try to use the expanded movement points that I get from using cavalry to just scurry on back to the boat and then sail on home. And that would be the much more time efficient solution. And it might not be as fun, but if it works, then I would be one happy camper, that's for sure. So that's the kind of two options that we have. Or, of course, just hammer our way through Isengard and Enedwaith and Rohan and Dunland and Bree and the Dunedain and High Elves, etc., all the way up to Hobbiton. I would much rather have it in Mithlond, to be honest, but we can't always get what we want. I think we have a quest. Actually, so let's check. We need to talk to, yeah, we need to talk to Rohan. If not, the Merchants Guild will be pissed with me. So, you are going up here. Hopefully you'll find it. We can get the trading rights with them, and we should get some money out of that. I will try to use the armies I have at my disposal and not just go absolutely crazy with recruitments. But rather, like I said, just refill the replenishment lines that I have, build the army barracks, etc., but also start going a little bit more into economy. Conscription camps would also be awesome because they make us money, they increase tradable goods, and I think that is especially good when it comes to the regions that have ports, because the sea trade is very, very important for us. I also have some other things that I would like to do, and that is basically about free upkeep stuff. So, although these units aren't very expensive, I actually think we have more here. Yes, we do. So, take any like big squads of units. Can we take you out without them being pissy? We can, and I will move you towards that fort. And then let's see if we can take out 2 more. Something like this. Oh, they got really pissy out of that. They need a garrison still. How big of a garrison do you need, I wonder? 70, that is technically enough. So you can start moving up towards that fort. And with the Warlord's Hall, they're going to be a lot happier as well. So hopefully it's all going to work out fine. But then we can actually take you out of Tharagrundost. You will still be happy enough. And we will get more buildings to make you happier. More buildings in general. Because we exterminated that population. So we have a lot of buildings we need to rebuild. But this is going to save us like 1 grand, 2 grand maybe. Our units aren't actually that expensive, but it is at least going to save us a little bit of money. And we will keep sieging Kirithiour for the 7 turns, so I'm actually considering just keep building siege equipment, because it's a full stack in there. And if we get all of this siege equipment, at least we can like break up their charges, maybe protect ourselves a little bit from their arrows and whatnot. We don't really have a lot of archers in this army, so that's why I would like to have some something to break up their charges and just to disrupt their troops. And I guess it doesn't hurt, doesn't cost me anything, right? Building points. Yeah, we have plenty of building points. So we should be fine there. Now, I think I've done all of the movements that I would like to actually know, because I want to kill this army. And then I want to do some changes, because this is, of course, the main army that we have here. A lot of beautiful stuff, but also some Belegaer units that I would like to replace with some of these lads. We might even replace more of them, but also, of course, I want the trebuchet in this army. Then we have a really good army in this fort that is going to keep moving over. And then, I mean, 3 full stacks and these 2 armies as well against their 3 full stacks. Hopefully, we should be doing fine. If we can take out their armies one at a time and just completely swamp them with numbers, I think we should be fine. Theoretically, we should be. And I would like to not have to go as much on army recruitment anymore, but rather simmer down, focus a little bit on focus a little bit more on infrastructure and economy, because we are not making as much money anymore due to our 50k army upkeep. Now we have a unit to kill. They have a trebuchet, Gondorian spearmen, infantry, and pikemen. And of course, if I attack you with this army, they're of course going to pull back. So then we are going to do this. Put you there. Put you there. And let's take... See, you have room for 6 units. And the problem is I don't really trust the army that I don't control myself. So we can start with you. And then we can put... No, we can't put you in that army, unfortunately. But just keep putting more stuff there. Cavalry, I absolutely don't trust them with. And I would rather have the really high-tier stuff in my own army. You can get the Númenórean cohort and shield guard. And then, I mean, we should be fine. So let's attack this army. You can be controlled by the AI. hopefully we won't really need it. The trebuchet is going to be scary. And right, the only cavalry I have in this army is my general. But hopefully they will leave the trebuchet in a wonky position, so we will be able to take it out. Fun stuff, fun stuff. Actually, let's also remember to quick save, because the game has started to crash on me a little bit. Which is understandable. It's an old game, but still, it's always a bit annoying when you really poured your heart into a battle and then it crashes. Right, start the deployment. And, I mean, what we're gonna do here is basically just take all of the infantry frontline stuff. I would prefer to not have to use the absolute elites, to be honest. The Alcaronda's Legion is already a little bit worse for wear. We can leave you behind and then just take all of the... Actually, I would like you to be in the absolute front line. The vanguard, so to speak. We do not have any ranged troops in this army. That is pretty interesting. And you can spread out as well. And then we have a bunch of cohorts that would be behind that as well. This is a strong infantry army. Of course, it's only infantry, but still, I think it's pretty cool. You start moving up, and you start running around. We need to make their trebuchets a bit nervous. That would be just swell. You start moving up on this side, for example. You start moving up on this side. And the cavalry, if we can just get... All of you can start running. You can drop that. Run. You drop the phalanx formation and run. Because now speed is of the essence. Increase the play speed a little bit. And then... Okay, that one's probably gonna hurt. No. Infantry was actually smart enough. Navigate. Navigate. Just get... There we go. Run away, run away, run away. Hopefully, we just got them to drop the... drop it for a short while. I don't want to run my general into the pikes, because that feels like it would be stupid for real. There we go. You start with that. And the pikes, they are so smart at protecting their artillery. Because no way I'm charging my... Oh, golly. That one hurt. And both of you can charge them. And you can start attacking there. You can attack there. You attack there. And there. And there. And there. We have a lot of troops. My reinforcements are not even going to be necessary. Come on. Yes. Perfect. Now you can actually just hang back. We have so far actually lost 1% of our troops. Probably mainly due to the trebuchet, which is already broken. BTW. And you turn around and fight them. Might be making a little bit more sense. Now, hopefully, we will be getting a lot of kills. 2% for a fourth of their army. What's going on? Okay, it's okay. I'm gonna chase after the trebuchet. You fight the pikemen. There we go. The Gondorian pikemen. They even hide near the trebuchet, so we cause some misclicks. We are probably gonna lose a lot of Númenórean troops here, because I do think I put way too much faith in their quality. They are pretty much a little bit better than the basic Gondorian troops. Like the spearmen is pretty much the Númenórean shield guard. The infantry is pretty much the Númenórean cohort. And the pikemen, we don't really have an answer for that. It would be the Naru Royal Guard, which is, I guess, more like the Fountain Guard, for example. But I do know that they are way stronger than my usual Belligator pikemen. They are holding way too well. You almost done? 6% can go after the infantry now, and we can increase his speed a smidge. Captain has been slain, but the Gondorian units are probably still going to be pretty brave. Yeah, fighting to the death. And now they are dropping so quickly. Dropping like flies, as it were. So, what I would like to do with these armies now, first of all, I would like to get some cavalry and a trebuchet into this army. Of course, I need archers. Of course, I need archers. But I also like having an insanely large amount of heavy infantry. Beautiful. We lost 169 troops. Please tell me that it was mostly basic stuff. 64 Númenórean shield guard. Yeah, they have constantly underwhelmed me with their performance. So 64 casualties sustained, 7 inflicted. I guess I'm just really bad at partnering them up with a suitable enemy, so to speak. They are probably very good at holding lines, but they don't deal damage. That's for sure. And unfortunately, we healed most of the Belligear footmen, which is kind of trash, but doesn't really matter. The MVP with a whopping 64 kills go to the Belligear pikemen. How nice is that? Battle for Middle Earth. Awesome. Awesome game. But at least now we cleared that up. And if they come at us with 2 armies, it's gonna, with the 2 full stacks they have over at Carandros, I believe this is gonna be a pretty rough one. But I mean, worst case scenario, as always, we get lower army upkeep and we can start spending a lot of money on recruitment again. And that is not a bad thing. Now, I want you to join this army. No, okay. This is how we're gonna do this. You join them, merge up, and it was really not that much to lose. So now we have room for 2 more. Actually, I would rather have you somewhere where you can be retrained. You can be retrained in Karasast, but not for another 6 turns. I think that's good enough. So keep you in there. Get me the trebuchet, and we can replace them with
Yes, my lord.
so many fun stuff. This is already a full army, so maybe we can remove some of the weaker ones, like this and this. Put you into Karasast for now, and no more merging. That works. And then I would like both of you can go into that army, be replaced by these 3, and then we have room for 1 more. Do we want an archer? Probably. Do we want the stakes? Not really an open field battle, to be honest. And I doubt... I mean, they have artillery in all armies except for their doom stack. So we will need to just push. They have so much armor, so it doesn't really make sense to get too many archers in these armies.
Yes, my lord.
We have room for 1 more here, and I currently have 2 cavalry units. Let's actually throw in yet another one so we can start doing cycle charges. I think that's what's going to help us more. And then we have room for 2 more here, and let's throw in... I would actually like to keep you for some defensive work if possible, so then we can just throw in something. Let's put you in there. A brawler, so then we have some decent troops in here. Actually, I would like to have you in the better one. So you... Actually, we can do some merging here as well, because we did lose quite a lot of troops. Oh, I should actually have merged with that one, so we can rather be retrained. Let's do that. And now you're starting to get really weak, so let's put you into Karasast. And then let's put this unit there. This is great. Put you there. And then you get 1... Let's actually keep it like this. You have room for 1 more. Let's throw in some more basic unit from this army. Why not? So now we have 2 full stacks. And you will keep hanging out in this fort so you can do...
Your orders, my lord.
So you can do some stakes and whatnot if necessary. You stand in the gate, absolute opening of the Pelennor fields, and you will stand right behind him, so you'll reinforce in case they get attacked. Actually, now we might rather want to retrain something than get a new one.
Yes,
But they
my
were pretty healthy. 106, 147. I mean, that works. And we are getting a new one. Also getting more cavalry. And we can also already retrain this one. That's good. And soon we should be able to retrain them as well, I'm guessing. All in all, this works. We have more units on deck. So I'm not really too worried. And it's mostly pretty decent troops, except for this one that is just basically a swarming army that I'm going to use for that. So I think we should be done here. Let's end the turn and see what Harad decides to do. Right, so a couple of ships that I forgot to move. Also, I don't really know what I want to do yet with the armies in Khaldun and Gobelmirlond and Umbar. It all depends on what Harad decides to do. Accept or we will attack. Pay tribute, 100 gold turn. Yeah, 200 gold. I can live with that. Let's actually, I would like to make a count. No, okay, let's just accept it. They are actually pretty weak, I believe.
That is all. Farewell, then.
But hopefully it doesn't really matter here. They can attack us at Tharagrondos, for example, which would suck. Because then we would have another flank Ostithil Fighters Guild. We are already broke because we've started so many constructions and whatnot. Right. Units are already... You can go to be free upkeep. You are probably pretty expensive. But you can't be free upkeep here because we don't have the building to give you free upkeep. Let's just keep them in these settlements for now. It appears that Harad didn't attack us. They rather just kept moving, I guess. You will be moving in to reinforce the Lurzakand, and we can merge a little bit. A lot of these troops are really broken down. We also have 2 generals here. 3 generals in these regions, all in all. Can't retrain any of them, so I guess that's good. But I would like to replace some of the really beaten down ones here. We don't have the conscription camp, so we can, for example, just disband the Southern Warband. We can disband the Haradrim Archers and the Steppe Tribesmen, for example. And then we should have a full stack here. And Siakan, we can keep getting troops here. Nothing good, though. So much trash. We need to get all kinds of stuff, but I would like the mining network here. Now, go through the messages. Khaldun, you got some stuff, which is great. Ethring as well. You have already moved out. We are moving a lot of troops to that side currently. And when it comes to my troops on this side, I will kind of hesitate to keep recruiting for now, just to make sure that I keep focusing on the eastern front and just chilling a little bit on the western one. But if Isengard decides to attack us, then we will, of course, just put on the throttle again. But what I wanted to talk about there is that what should I do with this archer? What should we do with the drunken sailor? We have a lot of Númenórean marksmen here that should be used. I like them for their stake. For their stakes. And we also have a ballista. I can join up with them. And join up with them. And I guess they can move into this fort when this army has moved out. That's going to work out just fine. And Tarnost, the same thing there. Pelargir, you get a trebuchet, which is great. And it's already starting to move out. Put you into that fort first. Karasast, yes, you got some beautiful units that we can start using. Retrain them. Is it worth it? Maybe. You can also start with a land clearance, if that is going to be the most necessary thing. Karasast is making us money. And it already has a pretty sizable population, but it's currently declining. So let's get the land clearance. I don't want to fidge around with the taxes in that settlement. Stelurzakan, yes. Baradharn, you retrained a bunch of stuff. So did Dolamroth, Tirthred. Yeah, we have just been retraining like crazy. Ostithil, you got the guard barracks. I'm actually not going to start queuing up new buildings because first of all, I want to know like how much money do I actually have, and that is something that is not really as noticeable. when I just queue things up all the time. And I'd really like to know a little bit more, get a better overview of what I want to build. Daragrondos, yep, you got the Mason's house. We would actually need to get something here to make you happy. You already have a population growth, pretty small population, which means that we won't be making a lot of money here. Culture is actually really great. But so is, yeah, the corruption is actually not too bad. But I would like to make them happier, decrease corruption, etc. So I'm actually going to queue up the Warlord's Hall. And Anulond, you got the Warlord's Hall, and you've already started working on the barracks. So that should be fine. Now, I did see that Gondor has a little bit of an army here. I wonder if they have taken territory up here on the northern side. I wonder. We can face them with a couple of lads. Only one unit, so I am actually going to attack him. If we get a man of the hour, that would be great, although I don't think that's really going to be the case when it's only one unit. A lot of retinue expansions, which is great. I am the most advanced faction. Beautiful. And my profits are absolutely atrocious right now. Death stalks the land. Calembel. Ew. And what did it affect? Settlements affected Calembel. It didn't really affect anyone, so I'm happy about that. But that means that we need to start thinking a little bit about hygiene, I'm guessing, because it's been growing too rapidly or something like that. And it's also going to affect all the troops that we move out of Calembel. So let's not get you yet. Instead, I would like to start queuing up the public fountains. And I wonder if we can fix this by decreasing the population. I don't really know how plagues work. I didn't think we could get that in this mod, but apparently we can. Now, this army is going to start moving out. And as we can see, Gondor is actually moving a bunch of troops. It looks like they have gotten a new army, probably out of Calenhad. And they can still recruit from, let's say, Western Osgiliath, for example. And I will not be... I would rather like for them to attack me, so I get the numerical advantage. They can only get one unit to face me here and attack me. So you are standing in a really good position to know everything that they have. They do have 3 generals in here and some high-tier units, including the god-awful to face Knights of the Silver Swan. What do you have? Pretty beaten down army, but a lot of artillery still, and that's so annoying to face. You have some rangers, but no artillery, which I'm happy about, of course. Now, is anyone moving down here? Not really. You are actually moving. I would love for you to siege us. I think that would be swell. I think that would be awesome. And I'm not going to recruit anything, queue anything up like that. I will rather just work on getting my armies into position. Now we're actually going to make a little bit of money next turn, but the problem is that we have so many units around here. And a lot of them are not free upkeep, which means that they are costing us a significant amount of money. But for now, yep, keep sieging there. Keep sieging there because I don't want to face the Gondorian defenders. So I guess what we're going to see in the next turn is, are they going to attack us? And if so, I would love to just be able to wipe out these armies one at a time. And soon, I mean, with every turn, this army that is pretty gosh darn strong is coming just closer and closer. And when we get the next turn, you will be moving out into Karasast, and we will throw in the Naru Naru Royal Guard in this army instead. You should be going to Oldburg, get trade rights, and they're well off. I don't know if we've sold them our map information, but I would like to try to sell it to them for 2,000, because it's 200 per settlement, and we have way over 10 settlements. So I would like to try this. It actually worked. Huh. Awesome. Very happy about that. Oh yeah, 300 gold coins from the guild. Awesome. Thank you so much for your generosity. Dorian diplomat, Mordor diplomat. Man, I do not want to get attacked by Isengard. Oh, we can't reach them? Huh. How fun is that? Keep sieging them, and I think we are ready to end the turn yet again. We need to like take a look at what's going on down here as well with the armies that are moving out. You are not costing us anything, which is great, but you are getting a lot of high tier stuff that is going to cost us money, and I need to get those units or put them to good use, so to speak. You could get into that fort instead, so we will keep having armies down here instead of using them where we actually need them, I guess. So you go into that fort, and you... No, where was the cavalry unit? Over here? Feels like I missed something. No, it's alright. Right, you can even go into that fort as well. So we'll save some more money that way. And what if... I mean, I think the cavalry is some of the most expensive ones. So let's try to get you into Khaldun, for example. And then get you into that fort. We should be saving quite a lot of money on that. And this might be the boring part. The min-maxing, but I still like it. And you would actually be making us more money in Gobenmirland, although you are not free upkeep, unfortunately. And then you can... Okay, I think we have done some min-maxing, and we are over 10k for the next turn. And I think that's good enough. Good enough. Right. Now, let's quick save and end the turn and see what the next one has in store for us. We still have 4 turns and 5 until they sally out. Some spies that I haven't moved, and I guess it was General moving into Methrast. And now Bree is gonna mess up my merchant because he is very inexperienced. So they like pushing him off resources, and they even killed him. It took me such a long time to get over to get some pipeweed, but now I don't care anymore. God dang, it's not worth the effort or the money. It sucks that I don't have some kind of vision in that area anymore, though. But sometimes it do be like that. Ulguldur's leader is dead. That's not great. Nazgûl return to Mordor. Sure, let's get married. Fighters Guild in Ostithil. Sure, let's get that, I guess. Ceased. Faction. Dol Guldur is destroyed. Oh, no. In Kalambel, actually 2 soldiers have died there. Did we start the public fountains? Indeed we have. And I hope that that is going to work itself out. Now, Umbar. Ethring. That might be fun to keep a look at. Or take a look at. You move in there. And you are actually 2. Let's put you there for free upkeep. Pelargir. Nice. Pelargir got a bunch of Gondorian troops, which I very much look forward to just throwing into battle. But like I said, I would like to start focusing a little bit more on Monet right now. Like getting bazaars, and most importantly, get dockyards and ports everywhere. Karasast got Alcaronda's Faithful, which is awesome. They didn't actually move with their armies, which means that this one will be getting much, much closer. You, my friend... I wonder if I should do some merging up or whatnot. But no, let's just put you into Karasast. And Karasast has a lot of troops. No, Karasast, right. You get some more of those. And then we can also drop you off here in Karasast. And instead give you some Alcaronda's Legion. And with that, I think this should be a pretty formidable army. Another really infantry-heavy one, that's for sure. And soon, we will need... Oh! Gondorian family member. If we attack him, I wonder if we will get Minas Tirith on our hands as well. Keep going through the recruitments. Just a bunch of retraining, so nothing really... too important. Army barracks in Tarnost, which is great. I will not start setting up a bunch of recruitments, although it would be fun to get. But like I said, I just want the replenishment lines to be as full as possible. So when I need an army, I can get one in like 4 turns. Rohan is the most advanced faction. That is not great, because because I'm at war with their ally, they might decide to start attacking me. Right. You start taking some forts. You move in there. You move in there. Great. You are starting to have some attrition. That is actually great. I would actually like to see what you have in that army. 1900. Yeah, bandits. A lot of artillery. A general, though, but a lot of artillery. No garrison. And a bunch of early tier stuff. So I absolutely believe that we should be able to take this one. I might even have you start sieging as well, to be honest. But I would like to get you some more troops first. Because otherwise they might sally out. So we might just do this. That I lay siege with this army as well. And then we fill it up with these units. All of you can't move far enough, though. Most of you can if we attack from this side. Let's do this. Start queuing up a bunch of stuff. And then throw in whatever units we can get in to that army. Like so. If they sally out, fine, I guess. Then we might pull back and then just re-siege closer to the original army. Can any of you move out yet? If I do this? Yep, you can. You move up and join that army. Great. And shipwright here. What can we already building there? Lond Galen. I guess we already have what we need. The corruption is below 1,000, which is pretty sweet. Public fountains. Feels like we really need to start thinking about health. Serelond. Your culture is absolutely good enough to start going into military. But I would like your population is not growing. But let's get a bazaar here. Hopefully that shouldn't hurt. And let's get conscription camp would actually be really nice, but it's also going to increase the corruption, and I don't know if it penalizes my public order too much because I'm currently at 145. But I would like to see Ethelond, for example. Shipwright would be awesome here. The same thing. Actually, let's get an inn here. Let's get off military dockyard. That would be so nice. Even more trade fleets and whatnot. But we need to just ease into making money again, I guess. Right. Now, I would like to see what happens if I attack you. Okay, so then it will be... Oh, this is the Doom stack. This could actually be really good for us if we win. The balance of power is not too clearly in my favor, but they don't have any artillery, so we can throw the trebuchet at them. But the problem is they also have a lot of pretty decent troops, but I just hope that Captain Arbazan will be good enough at just coming in, helping out, so we can slaughter a bunch of stuff. The cavalry I'm going to use to attack the Athelian Rangers with. And I think that would be great. So let's do another quick save. And also, never battle on a full bladder. So I'll be right back. Let's battle. But hopefully we'll be able to kill Bregdor, who has the captain's bodyguard. Probably not, though. Because they are sturdy as heck. And very dependable against cavalry. He also has very high command. So, worst case scenario, we lose our entire main force. Our reinforcements all scatter because they get scared shitless. Do you have anything that... Yeah, frightened nearby enemy infantry. So the Lozarnak Axemen is something that we absolutely need to kill ASAP. They're also effective against armor, but... Yeah, I think I will be aiming at them or the general. Probably the general with my trebuchet. And we also just need to keep in mind that the Lozarnak Axemen frighten nearby enemy infantry. So we would like to face them with units that don't break as easily, like the Royal Legion of Armendalos. I don't think they can be broken, for example. Same thing go for the Alcarondas Legion. So those are the units we want to fight the Lozarnak Axemen, although they are, of course, effective against armor, etc., etc. Let's just dive into this, and hopefully we'll be able to take out this army at least. I think that would be a great start. And I would also actually consider to storm Karandros and to storm Eastern Osgiliath, but I want them to sally out because it's gonna cost me a lot less troops, although it does cost me a significant amount of time compared to just throwing 1,000 troops away, getting the settlement, and maybe hold some defensive battles or something like that. And you flaming shots, I think that would be very effective, or very effective in the sense that it has a lot of effect. And look at this. We have Minas Tirith in the background. A battle for Pelennor Fields. That is for certain, for sure. You lads will be making up the front line. Like so. And then we will have... Okay. Oh, golly. Why did I keep some Belliger footmen in here? Either way, now they're there. And we will have you... Actually, let's have some more. Let's have you on one front, on one side. And have you, and you on the other. Because the cavalry will be busy harassing their lines, basically. And I would much rather maybe have you in the center. Because our center is pretty weak. So maybe we should keep some of you as reserves. And then we can have these Númenórean cohort on this side as well. No archers. The only ranged troops I have is a trebuchet. But that's nothing to scoff at, because I think we can deal a pretty significant amount of damage as well. Start chucking away. And now the Ithilien Rangers were made visible. And hopefully they will actually wait a little bit until they start charging. Oh, beautiful. We actually got some hits there. What are you even aiming for? Oh, the Gondorian infantry. How swell. Now, cavalry. Damn, I'm getting sun... Okay. You stand there. I'm getting these sun glares in my screen, so I don't really see what I'm doing. But I don't think that's going to hurt. Can the Ithilien Rangers reach us? Doesn't look like they can quite yet. Let's just enjoy this moment where my trebuchet just keeps chucking rocks at things. Okay, let's aim for something here in the center instead, maybe. Oh, they have Gondorian archers as well. Right. We do need to keep in mind that we are the aggressors, and we need to keep an eye on the battle timer. Oh, that's actually perfect. Aim for the... Yeah, just keep aiming here. If they want to blob up, then we will let them be blobbed. How long is it going to take for you lads to come in? Or at least walking, but damn, you're taking a long time. But in the meantime, we will keep just chucking rocks with the artillery. That is not good. There we go. That is some Lozarnak axemen, actually. Let's do that. And I would like to see if we can get a charge off on them. That would be very fun. Keep chucking rocks. So far they are not moving forward. I'm having a hard time seeing in my screen due to the... I don't want to trash the sun, you know? Being in Sweden, you get so very precious few moments of sunlight. What the dang hell? Some of their units can actually reach us. Oh no. Oh, Ithilien Rangers. That could be a lot of fun, actually. You... Okay, they pulled back. Cowards. And the trebuchet is very efficient at missing, unfortunately. Now they're moving up again. You charge. We can get a charge off on them. That would be swell. Here we go. One good charge on the Ithilien Rangers here. Oh yeah, we dropped a significant amount of Rangers. And now we can start pulling away. Now, we killed a lot of them. A crap ton, one might say. Gondor Spearmen. Let's see, where is the general? Let's aim at this blob here. Okay. What happened? They pulled back. Gondor infantry, Lozarnak axemen are coming in. And now I want you to be aggressive, my friend. And we should start pushing forward with our front lines. Can we get another charge off? No, we freaking cannot. Pull back. Gondorian infantry. That is not good. So I'm going to drop the flaming ammo. And aim at something. Okay, no. Now, aim at the captain's bodyguard, please. Is anyone moving? I think they are moving towards my reinforcing army. What I'm gonna do is take the front line and start moving you forward. Because, like Anakin Skywalker said, this is where the fun begins. You start moving up like so. You... Okay, looks like it's really wonky. Okay, you are moving. You start moving up to this side. And we need to keep in mind that the Lozarnak Axemen are pretty gosh darn scary. All of you start moving up as well. Trebuchet is still chucking rocks. Let's see if we can just get the last one somewhere in the middle. And now you're going on with cows. I think that should hurt their morale or something like that. Decrease the speed because now things are happening. And you are starting to move up. You attack the Gondorian infantry. The phalanx are always a lot faster than anything else. Or the regular spear troops when they are walking. You move up, and this flank is going to be severely or much, much weaker than anything else. I think I did tell you to stop. Okay. There we go. And now we have to get ready to start flanking stuff. Captain flanking stuff. Okay, we are engaged in combat there. The heavy infantry will need to start moving around. Start attacking stuff. And you... I actually see a pretty good opening for you to attack some Ithilien Rangers on the other side. So far, we have lost 1%, killed 9. So, I mean, it's not completely... It's not a lot, very heavily in our favor. You attack them, you attack them, you attack them as well. Actually, you can start walking closer here. And keep blowing the horn all the time. Just spam that thing. You get up here, you get up here, and all of you need to run up here. Just to engage them. And beautiful. A lot of these troops will be in combat. You go after the Ithilien Rangers. You can start coming in here and attack the Citadel Guard. That looks actually quite scary, to be honest. And they have a lot of them as well, it appears. So let's try to encircle the Citadel Guard. They are in shield wall formation, so they will be tanking quite a lot of damage. And let's see... Captain's bodyguard, where is the general? Over on this side, right? The guy with the sword. One of you can actually turn back. And you fight the Ithilien Rangers. That works. While you go back and attack these Ithilien Rangers. How are we doing over here? Looks like their spears are going to be very efficient at just holding us at bay, but we have a lot more units than they do. How are you doing, my man? They actually stopped, so let's see if we can get back. Charge them again. You can pull back a little bit as well, get into a charging position, and now you are there. Is this too short of a distance to charge, I wonder? It is not. I would actually like to use these units to do some rear charges right now. You can countercharge them. I think that would be swell. We have lost 5%, killed 24, so I think that's pretty decent. But also keep in mind that most of the units lost are probably this main army. And not so much my reinforcements, yeah. Now, keep attacking them. I need to get my cavalry back into a position where they can start charging. The Athelian Rangers here are down to 13, so that is good. Now, I would like you to get into a position to charge the Gondorian Spearmen right in the back. I think that would be swell. To get into position, and gaboosh. Oh, golly, you are way stuck in here. Do we have any units back here? We do still have the trebuchet that I will not be using. Our left flank should be doing really well, actually. You pull back now, please. And you are already done. And this is the cavalry that is much more efficient in charging. So that's what I want to use you for. Yeah, you are going to rear end the Lozarnak Axemen. For sure. Lozarnak Axemen. Because they should not be very susceptible to cavalry attacks. I do believe I lost quite a few units there, though. But we are slowly but surely just gobbling them up. Unfortunately, the Royal Legion of Armenelos is going to die big time. Because I wasn't really paying attention when they charged in. There we go. And then pull back, because it looks like you're getting very, very deep into lines that are efficient against armor and cavalry. There we go. Keep blowing the horn. So far, at least, a lot of our troops haven't started to break. We have lost 14%, but killed half of their army. And you charge into the back of the... Actually, charge into the back of the Lozarnak Axemen again. Just free up the Royal Legion. Although they will be so severely damaged after this battle. Go back. I don't want you to fight the Captain's Bodyguard. Because that is one-way ticket to death. Can we attack? Yeah, try to attack the Gondorian infantry in the back. I think that would be swell. We have a lot of troops here. Oh yeah, that must have been a juicy charge. Pull back again. Cavalry is doing a great job, I believe. I guess we'll see later on the final tally. I would love to get good opportunities to charge the Captain's Bodyguard. And just like that, we actually got one. So now we just need to get into the right position. Nope, he's coming back for my cavalry. Dude, I don't want to kill you yet. Especially, I don't want to charge you with my gosh darn cavalry. Look, I'm losing so many troops here. But not as many as they are. So that's good. Captain's Bodyguard keeps running away, the rascal. And I think now in the middle here is just going to be a whole bunch of brute fighting. Lozarnak Axemen is still going to be here, and they're probably going to frighten my reinforcing armies. So, we need to get the cavalry into a position where they can charge the Captain's Bodyguard. Like so. Oh no. They actually managed to turn right in time. That was not good. To run back. Oh, golly. Yeah. AI was really smart there. And they managed to respond very quickly to my little strategic maneuver. And they are just holding everywhere, while my units are just getting grinded down. We lost a fourth of our total army, which is a lot. Capture the Gondorian archers or something. There we go. Pull back again. Lost quite a significant amount of cavalry, but we still have some units or some cavalry that we can send to the front line, so it's not all bad. And we replenish our units a lot easier than Gondor replenishes theirs. It's good that we have some Beleketh Axeguard fighting the Captain's Bodyguard, but I would like to get some good charging angles right here, and I don't see any. Let's fast forward a little bit more. And yeah, the Lozarnak Axemen are fighting the Beleketh Axeguard. Keep blowing the horn. And now we can get our general much closer up to the front lines here. They still have a lot of units in reserve that they don't use. You. What are we attacking? Gondorian Spearmen. That works. You can attack the Citadel Guard. All of you can attack... Oh, Gondor Infantry is actually starting to break. That is swell. You go in here. They are not breaking as well. So we really need to start... we need to just kill them all one at a time, because I will not get a good charging opportunity on their captain's bodyguard. We've lost a third of our army, but we killed all of theirs. So I think I will just be doing a bunch of merging. Oh, captured. He broke, did he? Beautiful. So we lost a fourth of our army. We actually healed some. So we lost all in all 1,500 troops, I guess, pretty much. So we lost half of the amount we killed. I think that's decent enough. But look at the state of my front line. Ew. MVPs with 365 kills are the Alcaronda's Faithful. How did the Númenórean Vanguard? 197. They are my charging in cavalry, but I guess I didn't use them as much for that. We also lost quite a few of them. And we healed a bit, actually. Númenórean Shield Guard. Shield Guard, Shield Guard, Shield Guard. We healed a few. Belair Pikemen, 132 casualties. Yeah. My allies or my reinforcements MVPs are the Númenórean cohort. Beautiful stuff. A battle for the Pelennor Fields has been won. And great. I mean, that is one full stack gone. We have more reinforcements. We have a really sound army on the way. So I think I'm just going to quick merge the bejesus out of the army that I have. Or I'm going to try to be a little bit smart with this. And keep sending reinforcements. No. Execute all of them. Thank you for playing. Look at the state of my troops right now. Right. You hang back here. Because I like this position, actually. You move up. Actually, now we need to start thinking about merging and whatnot. And I think you can pretty much just join up with each other. So can you. You are very experienced, which is great. You can already join up with them and join up some there. You actually got experience from that. I do not get that at all, but I'm happy about it nonetheless. You merge up with them, and then you can merge up with them. You automatically merged. You, I don't really need. Let's quick merge this one. I don't really know what you're even doing in this army. You are not good enough. Now, we have troops to send in here. I would like to retrain you, if possible. When can I get the next 10 turns? Holy mackerel. But we need more units nonetheless. So I think I'm going to get you. Will be moving up there. And I very quickly lost a lot of my troops. That I forgot to check the kills on the trebuchet. I think that would have been fun to see. You join up there, so I have 2 units of trebuchets. Then you can join up with them. Then we have room for 3. Start with adding the cavalry first and foremost. Then we have room for 1 more, and it's going to be one of these lads. First of all, let's see. I don't think they can attack Captain Arbazan. Either way, you can stand there because you still have pretty decent stuff. And then move you up so you're standing right next to him. Because I think, yeah, you would also be included in if Captain Arbazan gets attacked. So now we have 3 full stacks here. I'm feeling pretty good about that, to be honest. Man, you have a lot of spice. Culture is booming. That's great. Can take this opportunity to at least retrain some of the lads. And you two can go into Karasast. You cannot go into Karasast, but soon you will be. And you move into this fort, free upkeep, and it's always good to have some of these lads. The Talon Knights, I would really like to have in my main army because they frighten nearby enemy infantry and they inspire nearby troops. And I hate facing them, so that means that they must be pretty good. Pretty good. And you are the Gondorian infantry with the Ar-Âdunâim sigil. Looks really cool. 8 attack, 20 total defense. I guess pretty decent, like front line units. I do want them to get army upgrades though, visible army upgrades. But for that, I guess I need a whole bunch of armorers and whatnot. Right, that was a battle, and we haven't ended the turn yet, so we don't know if they sally out against this army. So we have nothing to do right now but to just end the turn, you move into Sturlur Sakand. Stand there right now, and then I will actually think it might be better to just send some of these troops back because they actually do have a significant amount of armor. And let's send back you, send you and you and you back to see Khan. And yeah, don't like it that Harad is hanging about my stuff. There we go. That's a full stack and a trashy one at that. We can't retrain any units yet. We need the conscription camp here. Yeah, the public order is for sure good enough. And it's also going to help making us some money and keep retraining. And this region, I think it's just going to have to be a trashy region that I hold for money. Although with the upkeep, I'm probably actually losing money. But maybe not. Maybe not, you know. We can get some military garrisons up in here and get some nothing else for free upkeep, I guess. But all in all, I'm guessing we should actually be making a little bit of money here. So, what happened here? Yes, enemy army routes. That works for me. And now we need to end the turn to see what's going to happen here at Kirith Yor and what's going to happen with the next Gondorian army. Where did they get that? Oh, right. It was the Doom stack that they sent. So that's all the Doom stacks dead, I believe. You're the faction leader, so if we kill you... Right, they also have a lot of generals. And I don't think they rock family tree stuff here. Maybe they do. Also just a general. So where's the faction heir, I wonder? Maybe he's hanging around here. Or is it this guy? No, just a general. Right. No more dilly-dallying. Let's end the turn. Okay, so we still have 3 pretty healthy armies at Pelennor Fields. And I think I will be taking Kirith Yor in the next turn. Unless it... What the hell? Oh, we actually boarded them at Tirithoros. Who would have thunk? Or thanks, final stand. Yeah, so they are not doing well. Goblin hordes enraged. Merchants Guild at Tirithraid, of course. Edinburgh expands. You got... Yeah, awesome. Thank you, Noble. Council of Nobles. So, I guess... I need to zoom in a little bit here. They should not be attacking... Oh, is this for technically in Hadanor region? Hadanor, I don't know how to pronounce that one. So, I mean, attack it if you want. I guess you're going for either one of these later. I do not want to fight this army in the field. They also start getting some really elite stuff in their armies, while I still have a lot of trash that I know won't really be good enough. And like I said, I want to start making some money, but I think a Mason's Guild House is always a sound investment. Get a trade, you already have stuff. So I'm thinking that a market would be a good start, armor as well, so as well as a guard barracks would be nice. Let's actually get that. That might give free upkeep to some of my higher tier stuff. Let's get that. And now I would love to get a dockyard or a shipwright somewhere. 6,080. 6,080. It's pretty expensive dockyard. 5,000. That's actually cheaper. And should make us a significant amount of money. That mining sucks, I believe. Dockyard 6,000. It's expensive. This is our capital. So can we get something fun here? Nah. Already building Londgalen. Don't already have all the ports you could possibly need. Dirt paths here. I think that's a basic thing to get. Increase the movement speed and whatnot. All of those things that we need. And Settlond. Where did I have the plague? Kalambel. You still have the plague, do you? Public baths. Maybe that should help. Let's hope so. 3,500 left. Recruitment. Yeah. Keep getting a lot of stuff. They are free upkeep in Umbar though. So I'm pretty happy about that, to be honest. And I think if I recruit here, it's only going to be the absolute high tier, takes a million turns to replenish type of unit. So not just another Sentinels, for example. That's all the recruitment. Karasast. Let's actually go through some of this. You got the land clearance. Conscription camp. I think that would be fun here, although I don't know how it would affect that. I do know that I need better armor in this region, so let's get the leather tanner. Bell already started there to Strulur Sakand. Ew. Still can't retrain anything, huh? But I think an army barracks would be a sound choice to get up here. Yep. Yep. Let's get that, just so I have it built, you know, in case I need a bunch of troops over here. Harad is starting to move away. I'm very happy about that, of course. And Staragrondos got the Warlord's Hall. I'm working on the dirt paths. Sweet. And now let's start moving you down to Sia Khan and hope that Harad keeps being as honorable as only Harad can. It's a bit of a waste to have this army around here, but I only wanted to make sure that we can defend against Khan and just keep them occupied over here. That's basically it. We have 61 gold left. A lot of units that are costing us money. Our army upkeep has actually increased. Most advanced faction. Is it me again? Yes, it's me again. It's me and Rohan. That stalks the land still. I would actually like to see just how strong is actually Rohan. Overall rank. Yeah, they are climbing steadily. Military production. I'm still stronger. They are richer though. But they are climbing fast. Now, we have a battle to attend to. So, you join up with them. And how many... You actually have 4 rams. I think that should be decent enough, hopefully. And you have a bunch of stuff as well. But again, we only have a captain. But I'm going to quick save. And hopefully we can just beat them back here. Or beat them back. Kill their asses, basically. I am actually considering auto-resolving. But they have a general. We don't. So probably it's not going to turn out very well for us at all. So we're going to fight this one on the map. You are going to be controlled by the AI. And now we're just going to go full on swarming them. Basically, with these armies. And once that is done, then I can start sending units more into free upkeep slots. And this part of the world can be a little bit quieter, at least for now, for us. Start the deployment. And this is a stronghold, if I'm not mistaken. So they have the ballista towers. Yep, they do. Which means that the siege towers are basically going to be useless. Especially, I absolutely don't want you on them. Let's put you on one. You are standing. We are going to just push quickly here. With one army there. And let's see. Actually, let's just drop all the siege towers. I've never been a fan. Just because I rarely have any success with them, basically. And another one of those wonky-ass settlements where one part... Or they only have one access point. Yeah, of course they do have this one over here. But, yeah, that's 4 towers in very close proximity. So, no thank you. Let's hope that my allies, who will be going for that gate, has some moderate success. I don't think they will have any booming success, unfortunately. But now we're going to start with just plowing through troops. Maybe because we can stand so close. Actually, no. Thinking if I want to put Númenórean cohorts on the towers. I'm just thinking that since we can spawn so close, maybe the risk of it getting torn down very quickly is smaller. No. Let's actually put you on the ram, put you in spread out formation, just in case the first one catches fire. There we go. And then you, and you, and you, and you, and you drop stuff. Might have actually want to have you hold that one, but you just spread out and hopefully you can attract some of the tower damage. And now we're just gonna put everyone here, starting with the trash right here, and try to make it not as tempting to shoot at them, but rather shoot right here in the front lines. And then we have all the Númenórean troops. Not as many as I would have liked, but all the like high tier troops. can hang out back here because we are most likely going to need to throw you in when all of our regular troops have broken. Fun. Let's start this one. Let's light this candle. You get over there. You get over there. We actually have the ability to attack another portion of the wall with a tower. But for now, we're just going to be happy with the ones that we already have here. They are attacking the rams. And you go full on attack, my man. What? Oh no. Where's your ram? Okay, you have one ram that you're moving forward. That's at least something. Good. 3% damage currently on the tower. And let's fast forward this a smidge. Again, they shouldn't have a lot of infantry. They do have some, and they know to put it close to the gate to just maximize the towers, the damage from the towers. And they also have archers on the wall and whatnot. Lamedon clansmen over there. Ew. But I'm gonna put a lot of faith into my reinforcing trash army. If they manage to get through here, they will just be swarming the place. It looks like we will be able to... Yep.
Our siege towers have been destroyed.
Yep. They destroyed the siege tower right away. Please, drop the ram, damn you. There we go. You... Nope. Attack them. And infantry, you move in as well. All of this infantry needs to start moving forward as well. And this is where the massive amounts of casualties are going to start. Fun stuff. Really, really fun stuff. And every time the ballista... You hear the ballista. Basically, that means that a bunch of our troops are gonna die. Slow down a little bit. Let's see if we can start running you forward. Just to mess a little bit with the bandits. And if possible, I would actually like to run you through so we don't need to fight beneath the towers, but can rather just run. All of you, drop that. And then you also go for the catapult. Just run through here, really. And all of you also run through because I'm going for the square here. I will not be fighting beneath the towers if I have any choice. But it looks like they wanted something else. Okay, why? No, don't run back. Why do you start to... Okay, you are the only one allowed to fight them. Everyone else, run here. You don't. You still chill a little bit. How are you? How's it going for you? You are working on the gate, so you will soon be through, and you will just be plowing into the settlement. Great stuff. Blow the horn because it's cool. Yes, now the units are starting to run in. So hopefully we will not have to fight as much beneath the towers and not take as much damage from them. Rather, the Belgian footmen are gonna die here, that's for sure. Lost 3%, actually killed 7. So that's good. But the Lamedon clansmen, you're effective against armor, which means that you're gonna be very efficient at killing my Belgian footmen. But the Belgian footmen just really... You're really just buying us time currently.
If we continue like this, we will smash.
Yeah, we're not able to kill a single one of these units. So, you might break. You might break. But my army is rushing through the streets right now. Kill them. And then you're just going for the square. They have towers up here as well. Ali, these settlements. Not easy to take. Fortunately enough, there are just a bunch of bandits here, so I will just be pushing for the square, dealing as much damage as possible. Of course, they have Captain's Bodyguard. They also have a bunch of artillery, and we are going to lose a bunch of stuff. Actually, see, are we being attacked from behind? No, we are not. So we could increase the speed just a smidge. Because we need to kill the bandits. Building lost, building captured, etc., etc., yada, yada, yada. And our reinforcements are pouring in hopefully dealing a bunch of damage. We are going to lose troops here, that's for sure. We are actually almost lost as many troops as they have. They've lost 12, we've lost 6, and there my Belgian footmen broke. So now they start running back. Great. Let's move in. Let's move in for the square. And I'd much rather prefer fighting here than fighting beneath the towers. Although, ironically, I am still fighting beneath the towers. But at least I'm fighting at the square and not down here. So, do we have you, my friend? You attack the catapults. They're starting to get a wee bit tired. But you attack them. All of you will be going for that ballista, for example. And you will also be going for the ballista. You can attack that catapult as well. Just for funsies. Yep. Catapult is dropped. We still have plenty of time. We haven't used a lot of my elites either. Now I'm rather just going with the troops I'm pretty comfortable with losing, to be honest. And you... Oh, golly. That was a trebuchet. Do we have any... Yes, we have you. You turn back and help here. And you can even activate the phalanx. And then move down and fight the Gondor militia. Oh, they can actually shoot through buildings. So this is an absolutely atrocious spot for our units to be in. Come on. You need to get in here and silence the trebuchets. Come on. I just need you to get in here. You're probably gonna die. Where did you go? Oh, did you break? Oh, we're gonna have one of those battles, are we? Where everyone freaking breaks for no reason. Okay. All of you. Not you. Just bull rush for the trebuchet, please. How's it going for my allies? You can still be fighting them. That works. I did not know that they could, that the trebuchets have the ability to shoot through buildings. Who would have thought? You have lost 200 units, but hopefully you are also killing some troops. Blow the horn, and let's see. Have they actually left this part of the wall? They have. So now we can start sending... Oh, look at that mass rout. So yeah, now our entire army is gone. And it's all gonna be up to the elites. This is the fun part. Slow down everything. Our allies are starting to come up. That's good. And yeah, look at that. Now our casualties are going to just skyrocket because our units love breaking. So I will also be sending in the cavalry. Just keep sending troops, really. And I will look somewhere where it doesn't lag as much. And then go to 6 times speed. Every now and again, keep blowing the horn. Although it doesn't really seem to have any effect. They have taken thousands of prisoners right now. And the trebuchet is just slaughtering my units. You and you go for the Lamadon clansmen. This is crazy. And the problem is that my units are routing. That is just absolutely ridiculous. The how easily they rout. We might have actually been better off doing a we might have been better off doing an auto resolve. Because the trebuchets have just been absolutely manhandling us. And I will have you keep attacking here, fighting something. It's Gondor militia. And you're no use to us if we lose the battle. You keep running in here, and you blow the horn. Can we put you somewhere where you might help? Let's run you back here, because it doesn't appear that a captain helps at all, basically. Oh, look at that. Yep. Any second now, my reinforcements are gonna rout as well. Here comes some of my better units at least. And you, my friend, need to start pushing here. You need to start pushing. Slow the pace down. You need to get in here. Yep. And silence the trebuchets. That's what you're gonna do. Silence the trebuchets or die in the attempt. Probably you're gonna die in the attempt, but at least they will be silenced, so we will be able to push through here. And start fighting on the square. We still have plenty of time. They do not have as many units left, but they have captured all of my army. Which, as you know, is something that pisses me off. And now even the Alcaronda's faithful broke? What the heck? Let's just hope that we were able to silence them for long enough, I guess. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. And the towers as well. We should have auto-resolved this one. We definitely should have auto-resolved this one. You start getting in here. Can you blow the horn and get over here or something? If that helps at all. You get in here because we're gonna need you. And we are gonna need you for your melee damage. We have lost 42% of our total army, killed 71, and now the reinforcements are gonna have to come into play, although it's basically just trash. And you stand here, keep blowing the horn. And hopefully you're not gonna get shot at by any towers. But as long as you blow the horn, hopefully the morale is going to be a little bit better. You go for the captain's bodyguard. At least the trebuchet is not shooting anymore. Fortunately enough, but we have lost a lot of troops right now. And the 44% that we have lost is basically my entire army, I believe. Because the reinforcements haven't lost that many troops. And they still have a lot of units around. All of these lads who are just taking a significant amount of damage. Can I get you to just move in? There we go. You push, please. Yeah, now we're just raining in with more troops. Enemy general fallen. Milven is gone. So now it's really just grinding it out and accepting that we will be making a lot of money from decreased army upkeep. But the towers. Tower. That is a bit. Tower. And probably functioning towers as well. So just keep pushing through. Keep blowing the horn. And you can start attacking something else. Actually, keep attacking here. And now we're basically just gonna grind it out like I said before. And you, can we put you somewhere where you can deal damage? I don't want you for that. I need you to attack something from the back. Oh, you can't walk here? Of course you can. But yeah, we are actually commanding the castle. I think we should be able to see that right over there because it's much more than 5 minutes left. And I just hear the ballista towers raining death and destruction upon my stuff. You can start chucking at the captain's bodyguard, please. Might be able to get some kills there. And you move in and attack the captain's bodyguard. Just keep going. You attack them. You attack them. You attack them. And the most casualties is, of course, because of our units routing. So all of them got captured, basically. This is not a pretty siege at all. We lost a significant amount of troops, several thousand units. But I'm going to blame all of it due to the route. And also that the trebuchets can somehow shoot through buildings, which I haven't seen before. At least it's not very common. And I thought that they couldn't. So that's why I thought this would be a safe way to just run through. But no. They chucked fireballs at us and completely depleted our morale.
The battle is very much in our favor. Victory will
Yep.
be ours.
Let's just There we go. End the battle. And we go from 53 to 47. Yeah, look at this. My army. 2,500 casualties. Probably mostly due to being captured. So they will be released, I'm guessing. And Captain Belsagar, yeah, I lost 1,000 units. But most of all of the casualties are trash. So I don't really care too much. The important thing was taking Cirith Ur. And in our army, the MVPs with 140 kills are the Númenórean cohort. And in our reinforcing army, 166, the Belgian pikemen. Great stuff. Cirith Ur is now ours, and that was really just brute forcing our way through. Not a single strategic thought even passed my mind in this battle, but rather just push in. And I would actually like to see what the result would have been if I auto-resolved it. I think that would have been very interesting. And of course, Cirith Ur, because he killed so many of my troops, they hate us, exterminate the population, and just like that, all the hate is gone. Repair it, and then we're gonna start with a repair, I guess, and then we're gonna need a bunch of culture here to make them happy. And so, look at that. So many of my troops came back because these are basically the ones that got captured. Thousands of units. And now I'm actually contemplating if I should just disband my entire Corsair army. Because they're not very expensive, but it's still quite a few... quite a lot of money to keep them here. You go into this fort. And we just quick merge this thing as well. You go into that fort. Maybe we should take you. Some of you are already free upkeep, which is great. Let's take you and you. I don't even think you deserve to be free upkeep. You routed. You coward. Okay, look at that. So, now, let's see. How many of you can I actually... All of the Corsairs I can still bring up here to fight that Gondorian army. Sweet. Let's... You want a chance at redemption? Let's do this. Quick save. And now I will be attacking to see what do you even have. Oh yeah, territorial guardsmen. You can attack them. Not as clear of a win as I would have wanted. Man of the hour. Would you look at that? And just like that, we have a governor for Cirith Ur. Sweet. You be free upkeep. And these Corsairs I don't really know what to do with quite yet. And we do have a lot of units here that I might as well just disband, to be honest. Like, Corsairs, they can be disbanded because they can so easily be retrained and their stats are trash. Let's disband that or retire them, we can call it. And that is going to save us a little bit of money. If we want another big-ass stack of Corsairs, then it's actually quite simple to get them, fortunately enough. And let's get you into that fort as well. Free upkeep. Yeah, now we're starting to make a bit more money. And you will be governing Cirith Ur. This is, yeah, it's a stronghold, so we can't fudge around with the tax rates. But all in all, I think, yeah, right, we need to see if there's anything we can destroy. Barracks, I might just build one in our image and let... This is just a basic barrack. It does help with the law bonus. But I think it might be better... I'm not gonna... Actually, yeah. Just destroy it. Roads. Catapult maker. I want that one. Public fountains. I want the militia garrison. Land clearance. Blacksmith. Beautiful. And a way station. Sweet. So I think we can keep all of these buildings. Now, I need to find myself a spy or two. Can we get... No. We cannot get any better in. We already have one. We do have agents in here, so let's take a brief gander. 73% culture. So I will be taking all of you lads and putting you in Cirith Ur instead. One of you could reach at least, and that's gonna help the culture, of course, quite a lot. Tharagrundost, you have 2, and 59% culture, so you can stay in there. Yeah, of course. Let's just retrain some stuff. But in Anulond, actually, it might be... Is Anulond a better place to have a governor because we didn't exterminate that population?
Your orders, my lord.
Let's move you down to Anulond. It's also a city, so I think that should help with the growth and whatnot. This is just a stronghold, basically, so we will use it for as a defensive measure.
Yes, my lord.
But also, yeah,
Your orders, my lord.
you will be building some towers. Mustn't forget about that. I would like to just crack on a tower down here somewhere. Perfect. Cap path has been blocked. Yes. Resistance is futile. That works for me. And, I mean, we do... It's just an army of trash here, basically, that I would like to put somewhere where I get free upkeep. So when we have a barrack here, for example, we will be getting free upkeep. And the more of these great hall stuffs we get, we will also be getting free upkeep. So I think we will be fine here without spending too much money. We also have some high tier stuff down here. Great. At least Kirith EUR is ours right now. And on this side... What happened? Oh yeah. We have an option for another one of these juicy battles. The problem is this time around they have a bunch of artillery.
Your orders, my lord. Yes, my lord.
So I won't really be needing my trebuchets as much. But I think it might be a good place to start the next episode with... Actually, no. I'm just gonna... This is gonna be a long episode. Sorry about that. But I would like to clear out this army as well. Because then there's really not much left of the Gondorian defenses. Of course, Minas Tirith is here. And I will be sieging that one to Kingdom Come. If we get the opportunity and they don't sally out, of course I'm gonna siege it. And then while we take... We shouldn't be getting any more Doom stacks because they've already gotten 2. So then, once we've taken this army and taken this army out,
Yes, my lord.
replenish some stuff. Let's actually get you into that army. And we can reinforce that one as well. We don't have any trash. This is such a good army. Well, let's just leave it as is. We could actually do this. And you should be close enough to draw them in. So let's put you in that army. And you can be disbanded. Just early Gondorian stuff. I'd much rather have that free upkeep slot being used by these lads. You're actually pretty expensive in upkeep. What if we put you here? Then you're free upkeep, they're free upkeep, saving more money. Sweet. Now, let's see. You are 3 turns and 2 turns. So very soon we will have sally outs at both Eastern Osgiliath and Cad Andros. But now I want to see if we can have a similar result here as we did the last time. First of all, of course, quick save. And now, attack. You'll be controlled by the AI. The balance of power is not clearly in my favor, because I also have a bunch of really worn out troops. But we also have a shit ton of cavalry that I will be using. And they do not have as many high tier units in this army. They don't have any... like Knights of the Silver Swan. They don't have any Lozarnak Axemen. They don't have any Talon Knights. The most scary thing here is the Fountain Guard, basically. And what do you have? Captain's Bodyguard. Yeah, quite a lot of them, though. But also, of course, the artillery. So I will just be pushing forward with my army. Quick, 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 quick. And while I shoot with the trebuchets. And also while my cavalry just keep flanking them from behind. So hopefully this is going to be just fine. Hopefully this is going to be just fine. But also, I've said that before. Making a note that Kirith EUR is taken. And yeah, it was taken with a pretty hefty price. But I got all of the prisoners back. So it actually wasn't that bad. So in that sense, it was good that they captured a bunch of troops. Although I was pissed as hell in the moment, but Trebuchets there and there. Both of you flaming shots, fire at will. And then I'm gonna have my entire front line. Actually, I'm gonna have all the Númenóreans. All of them Númenóreans, technically. But you lads will be just one big front line moving forward. And then you can be charging from one side. Together with... Oh, we have a nice amount of cavalry. Together with you on this side. And both of you on this side. You're a bit worse for wear, to be honest. And you will be hanging out in the background. Like so. Start the battle. Front line. Start moving forward. Like so. And now the shots are starting to come in. Beautiful stuff. Absolutely beautiful. You move up like so. And you run up on this side. You will be running up on the other. Another battle of the Pelennor Fields. The battles of the Pelennor Fields. So to speak. Great. The trebuchet will still be shooting. I would like to see... Yeah, aim at the captain's bodyguard. Oh, we're even shooting at their artillery. Just focus on the captain's bodyguard for now, if you would be so very kind. Run, please. And you will soon be in a position to start attacking their trebuchet. Which is going to be great. Hopefully. You can do a slight jog, please. And now attack the trebuchet. But they are so quick at countering. Okay, then let's attack the Gondor militia instead then. Yeah, we're probably gonna get caught. Oh, golly, that was my artillery. Yep, run back, run back. You, stop shooting, please. And, oh, no. How lucky am I? There we go. You, attack, 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 attack. Guess what you're gonna do? Attack and attack. And you, attack. And now, let's try to start navigating some of these things. Beautiful. And you can start walking now. I think you should be doing fairly well against the captain's bodyguard. We're here. Yeah. Just one charge and some fidgeting around should kill that catapult. Yeah, they still have a bunch of troops. We've lost 1%, killed 5, and my allies are not even on the battlefield yet. So, that's great. You attack them, and both of you can get into a position to start charging stuff in the back. I think that would be a lot of fun. Captain's bodyguard is still hanging out, being strong and whatnot. You can actually attack them. And mustn't forget to keep blowing horns and whatnot. There you go. You are going to be aggressive. Be aggressive. You pull back. And you can do a charge. Actually, you do a charge at the Gondor militia. You stop here somewhere. You can actually fight them. You pull back because you are stuck in a nasty position. Oh, golly. I do not want any more of that. You get around here. Look at all the casualties. Look at this. No more of that, please. That was really scary. You pull back. Oh, gosh. Yeah, but now they won't be doing any more of those. Look at all... It's not a royal guard. Come on, man. That's my stuff. Those are my peeps. And that high-tier stuff as well. How dare you? Okay, what are you doing right now? You pull back. You pull back. You get back. I want to see if we can actually... You can attack them. And now... Great. You are locked in. Maybe... Territorial guardsmen? What if we get one good charge? Now that they're so clumped up and running around and whatnot, it would be very fun to see if we can get a charge off on them. Yeah, that was not a good charge at all. I don't think we managed to accomplish anything. You... Yeah, there we go. Gondor Militia. That's what we should be charging. And Trebuchet should be donezo. Can we get them to break? We cannot. We can cause a couple of kills, though. How is it going? Dude, what? Get over here. Can't do this without you. JK, I can. But I just don't want to lose more of my high tier stuff than necessary. And I've already lost a significant amount. Run, please. And territorial guardsmen. Yeah, actually, you go for another charge on the archer militia. Yep, looks like we actually managed to get a couple of kills there. Nothing major. You move back. It's the Alcarondas faithful. They are not really that good with charging at stuff, so I'll move you away. I would love for you to get a charge off on the captain's bodyguard. Actually, you can go to work on the trebuchet. And also, you are not involved in some kind of combat, so I would like for you to be involved. You charge them. You charge them. And I'll need to use you for something. I would love for them to start routing. I think that would be swell. But they're not. Because it takes forever for us to kill their captain's bodyguard. But he is fighting our Royal Legion of Armenelos. And I mean, that's the best infantry we have, basically. That and the Alcarondas Legion. Let's just keep going here. Oh, golly, they are obliterating my front line. And I'm also really pissed that my reinforcements aren't coming over here. Because those are the ones I really wanted to die here. But no. Instead, it's my really expensive elite army that's gonna pay the ultimate price here.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Cool. Pull back. Pull back, pull back. And where are you right now? Feels like you're somewhere where you shouldn't be. And yeah, I mean, their Gondor spearmen are holding like crazy. They're so much better than the Númenórean shield guard. Really much, much better. Apparently. At least they are just standing in shield wall, you know. And my cavalry is getting killed quickly. And I'm so pissed at my reinforcements for not coming here. Like late Walder Frey kind of stuff here. Killed a couple of units. Now pull back, please. And you pull back as well. But at least we have more elite stuff on the way, you know? So it's not all bad. It's just I thought that a very elite army like this would be doing a lot better than they did. Attack the territorial guardsmen, please. And kaboosh. And now, even with generals, my Númenórean troops are breaking. Man, the morale of my army is a joke. Absolute joke.
The battle is very much in our favor.
So now I'm just gonna fast-pace this thing. Just doing these cycle charges because I'm pissed.
Our men have slain the enemy general.
Great. General is dead.
Dead for that. We must press our advantage.
Yeah, of course we will. You start capturing some stuff. And you can go after the Gondor Spearmen. And you can go after the Territorial Guardsmen. Yeah, I mean, even with a general, I need to check his command stats. Because they should not be breaking when we have a general. Not this easily, at least. There we go. And then, when you're done with that, you can go after them. And you can go after them. We are 95% kills. I don't know who is still fighting. Of course, it's the Fountain Guard. Now, I'm gonna have my reinforcements fight that one. Because I've lost a fourth.
Very much in our favor.
of the combined army, which is like half of my army, I'm guessing, which sucks. But we at least wiped out another one of Gondor's forces. And I can replenish troops pretty quickly now, so I can't really be bothered to care too much about the casualties. Of course, it stinks, but these things happen. Where is the last one? Okay, still the Fountain Guard. Yeah, have fun with that one. Yeah, now we know what it feels like to not get any help. You came here 2 minutes ago. So now you get to fight for your right to party because I've lost so many units. Yeah, I lost 1,000 troops. I lost half my army. Yeah, pretty much what I said. So lost 1,000, killed 2,000. All in all, I guess, no, it's not worth it. Look at the amount of casualties here. But the MVPs are, with 248 kills, the Númenórean cohort. How did my Alcarondas faithful? Yeah, they actually did a couple of kills. Legion got smoked. Now Royal Guard also were hurt. They were hurt by the trebuchets. And that was really painful. Yep, at least we won the battle. The second battle of the Pelennor Fields. So now I will just be reinforcing my army, I guess. And then we'll start laying siege to Minas Tirith with the strongest army. I think that's going to be the one I have in Mabak. And then with the weaker army, the reinforcing army that don't do shit, I will have them. Gondor's leader is dead. Hell yeah. Now we need to start doing some stuff here. Get the quick merge. And put you into this army. And I wonder if they will sally out if we siege you with this army. We have to take Minas Tirith before we move forward, it appears. So you lay siege to Minas Tirith with a bunch of stuff. And actually, you will be needing a trebuchet, my man. Like so. And can you... Yep, you can also attack it. Let's get a bunch of rams and some siege towers for you as well. And then let's see. We have room for 4, 5. Do we have any good stuff here? Yeah, we actually do have you 2. Join them. Now we have room for 3 more. Like so. Just like that is a respectable army yet again. Oh, no. That's not what I wanted. Okay, now I need to move back. And I don't think they will be sallying out. They would be stupid to do so. But if they do, I believe we have the forces to actually take them out. And we also have 3 turns left to Eastern Osgiliath, 2 turns left here. And then once we've taken Eastern Osgiliath, then we will exterminate that population and move straight to Western Osgiliath. Lay siege to that one as well. Although I'm guessing that they will be getting a bucket load of defenders there as well. What do you need here actually? A stronghold. I think a practice range might actually make sense. Let's start queuing that. And I actually haven't queued up a bunch of recruitment, so I'm pretty proud of myself for that. You are declining, you are getting some stuff. And we have taken Kirithiod, and it hurt like balls. But actually not as bad as that Battle of Pelennor Fields. That was really frustrating. So I think this is where we will end off and close off this episode. I'm actually contemplating just putting one of you close to this border for vision. But yeah, we have taken Kirithiod. We are making a considerable amount of money compared to when we started this episode. Almost twice as much. Our army upkeep have decreased by 10,000. We are laying siege to Minas Tirith, and that's going to hold for 12 turns, so I'll be sieging it for a considerable amount of time. And soon we will take Eastern Osgiliath as well as Caer Andros. And I think that's going to be really fun for the next episode. You will be moving in there. You will be moving there. Nothing new on the Eastern Front. Actually, you haven't even attacked this fort yet. But I think when you attack the fort, you will not be able to attack Tirithoros. Either it's Tirithraid or Hadanur. And I feel pretty comfortable or confident with the forces that I have here. Could also retrain some units, actually. Oh, this is just armor upgrades. Might as well just queue it up. Great stuff. An inn would be awesome to have here. And I can't be too confident because their elites smoke my basic Beligear troops. So I need to keep that in mind. But we should start replenishing quite a lot of our recruitment lines. Yep, there it looks. It's looking good. Here is looking good. Might start looking good soon here, etc., etc. Dark Sanctuary. Don't we even have the first level here? I'm gonna get that just on principle. Beautiful. Now, yes, next episode, probably clear some of these things up. Get some vision with my new general. I would also like to send him down to get vision over here. And over on the eastern side of Gondor, I will keep sieging Minas Tirith. And I would like to actually have a battle at Minas Tirith. Once the depletion has gone down far enough, I think it would be fun to actually fight a battle of Minas Tirith. I just want more troops before doing so. And because of that, I also need to go through Eastern Osgiliath, Western Osgiliath, and whatnot. And also through Caer Andros. And depending on how many units we need to leave in Caer Andros, we should also be able to move on to Calenhad, which is basically one of the last two of their recruitment spots. So all in all, this was, as usual, a fun but slightly frustrating episode to record. Because my reinforcements were slow as hell. I lost a lot of troops there. My army broke at Kirithior, but I saved it. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great day and take care. I will see you in the next one.